Bet.
But what's going on, everybody? What's going on? Candid Convos. We have made it to 2026.
Yes, sir.
How you feeling, brother?
I'm not gonna lie, I feel rested, man. I feel real good, rested, just ready to tackle the new year.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's
I feel
a
like
good
I got
mindset to have, some synergy to have, and
yeah,
get ready.
it's almost like I got something to prove, but it's not to anyone in particular. It's just to self.
That's a fact.
I got to top 2025. Like, I have to.
Yo.
What about yourself, though?
2025 was great. I saw a post and that resonated with me so much, and it was saying that this year, I don't have any New Year resolutions. I just want to get better because I felt like 2025 was amazing, and it's just going to catapult me. Like, I don't want to start anything over differently. Yeah. Like, I just want to double down on what I've been doing. I could have took some more rest. But we're here now, and I'm grateful, and I have so much gratitude for this upcoming year because like a clean slate.
Nah, that's true though. So I don't do the resolutions thing either.
Okay.
But I do goals.
Nice.
So I have creative goals. I have business goals. So that's really what the focus is, and that's what I mean when I say I got to prove something to somebody. It's really self, because like when I say I feel like I had a really good 2025. I definitely got to make sure 2026 is. I got to be like, I know you remember me from 2025, but 2026, I got to be like that. That has to happen. So
that's good. Did you do a recap? Did you do any type of recap?
I didn't really do no recap, man. I knew at first I was like, oh, for content's sake, let me do it. I'm not gonna lie to you, I just was like, eh.
But you did put out some great content though. I feel like you've been very consistent with the content. Especially, it's always dope. I feel like you cornered the market on the content where it's like you're talking to another version of yourself.
Oh yeah.
That is so dope. That is so dope. But I look at it and get like as a challenge. I'm like, yo, how did he do that? Like, and you be so on point with cues, like when you're asking a question, it's not delayed. But yeah, kudos to you, my brother.
Hey man, I appreciate that, man. You know, practice. You know what I'm saying? Practice. Plus, truth be told, it is different sides of me, man. People be wondering like how you take to it, and that's honestly how most creative ideas start. It starts with like a thought, like I wonder what this would look like. Like imagine separating your creative self, your business-minded self, and then having you there, and y'all just having a conversation. What that look like? That's how I got into that.
That's true.
People be asking for them too, so I really got to keep them going now.
I think like, so when you have demand like that, and people in real life, not Instagram or like people in real life, yo, I like what you're doing there. I feel like I love it. That's my compliment. That's my compliment when I get around other photographers or get around people who just know I'm in the craft, and they're like, yo, I see what you did there.
Yeah, especially dope people who already got their own lane, but really take the time to recognize you in yours or say you got a lane. Yeah. Because I don't feel like I appreciate the compliment. I don't feel like I got that lane. Okay. But I definitely am in it. So now I'm like, all right, well, how can I make it my own?
How can you perfect it?
Yeah.
And don't judge me fashion.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be judged.
Exactly. But you want to produce.
But I do want to produce. I want to produce heavy, man.
So I feel like that's a perfect segue to just a candid convo or topic for today about being seen versus being known. And I think that comes down to, and first thing I think about is social media, because I think we've just talked about it, is like being known on social media versus being known in real life. Yeah. What does that mean to you, and the visibility, but when it transcends into depth for your work?
I think being known on social media means there's like a fleeting sense of fame. That's the best way I can put that. But being known in real life, like you make an impact, you make a change out here. So like you can do that through social media. Don't get it twisted. There are people out here setting up their families.
You see this on social media.
That's what I'm saying. Like you know what I mean? But being known in real life, when they walk up and be like, yo, you know Isaiah? I'm like, yeah, I know Isaiah. Dapper shooter, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's way I think that hit more than being known just from social media.
I think so. I think so. And I think even comes across with bookings as well. Because you have real life clients, especially when you transcend from, like I always talk about, being a hobbyist to actually looking at yourself as a business. So when you start getting them retainer clients, I know we were just speaking about that, when you go from, you have $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 retainer clients, your mindset got to shift. So it comes to a point where I like being like seen. Cool, that's fine. But I want to be known for the great work that I do, and I know it's the same thing for you. You want to be known because, and I even had a client that I just worked with, and she brought that up. She was like, "You were on my FYP page."
Oh wow!
And she was like, "I don't follow you." And I was like, wow. She was like, you just keep popping up all the content you're putting out. And like I just told you, like the content that you're putting out, it's being seen, bro. It's being seen. So I tell the photographers, yo, make sure that you're not just trying to be liked.
Yeah.
Don't just be liked, because I feel like likeness fades.
No, it does. That's why I don't do it for the likes.
Okay.
Because I ain't gonna lie, it was a time period where I was like, man, ain't nobody watching this. Let me just simmer this down, you know. But then I was like, I got too many ideas for it. Mm-hmm. So let me at least execute it. And then, honestly speaking, I'd be creating content for myself. You know, if people like it, great. It's a bonus. But this is for me. Like,
That's true.
It's like measuring goals, like, especially my creative goals. Like, I got to be able to execute it in order to meet the goal. That's true. Even if it lands, cool. If it don't land, cool. The goal was met. Check this box off. On to the next.
Exactly. And I think one thing we realized, too, is things come full circle. Things come back around. Or you plant a seed today, of course, you can't expect it to grow. Granted, we already know about viral moments and things like that happen. Yeah. However, but those intentional seeds that you plant now, like a video, say you put it out, it gets maybe 15 likes. But you know, I put a lot of effort. I'm guilty of that. I'm put something out, work hours, edit it, put it out, and sitting there waiting. And you sitting there waiting. Go get a cup of coffee, go get some food.
Yeah, nah, for real.
And that joint gets 15 likes, and you like, yo, I know it. However, I've had maybe like months later, it grow maybe 30 more likes because of maybe a trend. And now, but then look at it like this: you were already ahead of the game because you put it out there and you kept it. You didn't try to archive it.
Oh yeah, nah, I'm not archiving. I don't archive nothing.
You don't?
No.
Okay, wait.
Everything's part of the journey, bro. Like everything is
Let's talk about that.
Every posting thing is a part of the journey. Now, what I did do is, you know how they got the little highlights joints that you can put up there on like Instagram.
Yeah, yep.
I took those down because I was like, it don't even seem as professional as I want it to be. The only one I kept up though was when I submitted headshots for my son when he was looking to act when he was younger.
Okay.
And somebody said it wasn't a professional photo. So I was like, I'm gonna keep this up here as motivation.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that's staying up here. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't archive anything. I probably should. I got thousands of posts at this point. But like still, I don't archive nothing, man, because everything, like I said, is a part of the journey. And ever so often when I lose like motivation and stuff like that, I go back to that and be like, dang, yo, somebody. And the crazy part is me and Michael was having this conversation the other day. Michael of Nickel Spirits Company.
Yeah, shout out to Boone,
he was like, yo, it was a certain point in time when like what we think is our terrible time, people loved it. It was like, yo,
I was just about to say
fire. Yeah, like they loved it.
Starting out, because I do archives in my posts, but now you just gave me different perspectives because I look at other people and they have 1,000 posts, or maybe they have 300 or between 300 and 500 posts. And I think for my business page, I have maybe like 130, but I probably have maybe 50 photos archived because my outlook on it is as I scale, I don't want anybody to go and look at my page, and granted, they may look at the bottom, oh, well, this is not the when I first started out, this is not what I want currently. Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, why? Clearly, it has a date on it.
Yeah.
Clearly, I was starting out early, but look where we at now. But that's my thought process behind it. But I like to get around others just to see if my thinking is kind of outrageous or uncanny. But I don't know. That's the way I look at it. But I do think I want to put some. Maybe unarchive some of the photos because, as you said, I'm big on reflection. Like, I'm never one to just get stuck here. Oh my God, because I want to know where I came from, and I still go back and look at my first shoot, 2017. Shout out to my brother Dre, my sis Daria. They out in Phoenix, but they trusted me to take their engagement photos, and this is early. Like, I remember I had planned. We did an Efforts Alley in Philly. If you're familiar with that, so. Shout out to Philly, man. But yeah, it's a great location. But yeah, I look back, I'm like, yo, I did that.
Yeah.
I think it's good, but I'm a perfectionist, or I'm very critical. I'm very critical.
Oh no, I get that though. But it makes sense though, to your point too, as far as like archiving it so people see the best of you. But then also like right now, I think I'm gonna go because I don't delete nothing either, so that's probably why I got so many hard drives. But I'm gonna go back to some old stuff and like re-edit it and see if I get to produce the same product, especially on the video side, because most of my business is video at this point. That's what it feels like. I do photos too, people, which is hilarious. That's funny.
Yo,
nah,
I've known this man. I don't know how long. I've definitely known you probably over 5 years for sure.
Yeah.
But when I feel like he does amazing video, But I never knew he did photo. If you look at all this man's gear, you would never know he do photo. But get with him for photo as well.
Everything.
So I guess like photo video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Photo video. But I mean, if I go with the numbers, because that's what matters, the numbers show that I get hired for more video than I do photo.
Nice.
So it's really like, it's like 70-30.
That's fair.
That's fair. Yeah, it's cool. But I'm like,
I would say I'm about probably, I would say 80-20. 80-20 photo video.
I'm probably more 80-20 if I'm being honest. But I was trying to, you know what I mean?
No, that's fair.
Because let's say, all right, so we're in a new year and I done had 2 gigs. One was video, one was photo.
Wow.
And then one of them I did photo and video.
Okay. And I just gained a retainer client and she wants me to do video and photo. We had our meeting, went great. We plan to shoot later on in the month to plan for like her Q1, Q2 and things like that.
Yeah.
But video, I used to get nervous about video. I used to get overwhelmed. And I don't know why. It's just sometimes about how I used to approach things, but I would still do it. Like I was never one to fold. Yeah. But I'm gonna just jump into it. But I'm gonna be nervous. You ain't gonna know it. I'm at my playlist, my song. Do we get anything? I'll be outside.
Oh man, that's funny. You gonna be outside.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you just gotta grow with it, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
You just gotta grow with the craft.
And that's why I don't archive. Because I need to see like, oh snap, I remember taking a picture like this before. Okay. Look at the growth in the editing, the approach to the shoot. You can appreciate that more now if you see it.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like
that's true.
Ever so often, for humbling's sake too, because I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah. Everybody, I feel like when you starting out, you really think it's fire, but it's like once you grow in it, you be like, ugh, I could have done way better. Like I could have done way better. So I go back on YouTube. Like old weddings, old recap videos. I look at all of those and be like, how would I change this? And then I'm like, let me apply some of those creative thoughts and ideas to the next one.
So it's kind of like you're always a student. It's like you're always a student. And photographers, definitely remain a student in this craft. I don't care if you're 5, 10, 15, 20 years in. When you keep that hunger and always willing to learn, that's the part that gives you the most satisfaction. For me, at least, I can say that for me is I do the same thing. Like I look back at some of my work and I try to study it like, why? And I always think, why did I do it that way? Or was that a trend? I know you guys probably remember, we definitely 35 and older over here on this side.
You know so grown men.
Exactly, grown men, you see me. But remember the HDR heavy filters back in the day? Remember that? Yeah, so I think as trends come and go, because even the wedding trend right now, and you shoot a lot of weddings, so one thing I've been noticing is like more editorial style. But I've been seeing a lot of black and white weddings.
I like those though.
I do.
I want to do one.
Yeah.
Like the whole production.
The whole production is black and white.
Yeah. I want to try.
And it gives like a nostalgic feel, and I love that. I love that. So I was going to ask you, have you ever done a black and white wedding or anything like that?
I've not done a black and white wedding, but because I'm around Quan a lot. Shout out to Quan, Candid Studios. There's going to be a lot of shout outs.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole,
Quan,
every time. Yeah,
but like, we're going to touch on it too.
Oh, absolutely. But he was heavy for like a solid 2-3 weeks on black and white. So now I want to do a black and white series just cause, like, you know what I mean? All kinds of stuff too. I don't want it to just be like, oh, we took pictures of this one model. I want to do a black and white wedding. I want to do an event that's just black and white. Like, black and white is classic, bro. It's classic.
Perfect word, classic.
It's classic.
And I want to get back to that. Like, no shade. Like I love watching weddings on YouTube. Yeah. Shout out to Photos by Reem.
Oh yeah.
I've been watching Reem for a while. Never met him. Hope to meet him in the future. Hopefully 2026. But I love his content when it comes to wedding photography. Yeah. And just how he, like you mentioned, how somebody approaches a wedding or booking or even their creative process. Because when shooting a wedding, I just got a wedding book for this year. I actually have a few.
Congrats.
And mind you, my first time being published before a wedding. Funny enough, first time being published was for a wedding. God's great for that. But with that, the way you approach it and the creativity behind it, because ultimately with a wedding, every wedding is pretty much standard. I feel like you got the morning shots, you got the ceremony, you got the reception. But when someone gives you creative freedom, have you ever got creative freedom to do a wedding?
And anytime I do, I'll be like, we gotta snap. Like it's like always. That's the thought process. Like we gotta snap.
Always.
Especially for your people. You know you're gonna always snap for your people. For
sure.
And they the ones like all they gotta if you hire a creative and say those infamous words, oh, do you think I trust you? Boy, that's gonna be the best product you're gonna get.
It is. Do your thing.
Yeah.
Do your thing. I think as a creative, it's kind of hard. Even I related back to me being like working a 9 to 5 and me being in corporate, me being in the education space. I realize I don't like being boxed in. I don't like being boxed in. Like when I work corporate for a logistics company, I had a cubicle. Granted, it was a nice space. They had TVs. It was more lackadaisical because there was a heavy workload. Like you had your cubicle, but I didn't like the cubicle feel.
Okay.
Did education. I love education. However, I didn't like being confined to a building for 8 hours a day. So as an entrepreneur, and you can attest to this, it's more freedom when you can I can wake up in the morning and plan whatever I want to do out.
Yeah.
If I want to create, I have full range to create. I don't have any limitations. So how do you look at your day in regards of like planning? Like say if you don't have a shoot, but you just want to like plan content or just plan your day out. What does that look like for you?
It depends on what I got going on workload wise. So if the workload is very, very light or minimal, now I'm thinking of let me execute some of them creative ideas. I got to see how this shot looks. I'm experimenting with equipment, YouTube University. I'm on there researching something, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of how the workload looks. Like if I got a heavy workload, I need to get some editing done. But then I also know that, you know, because everybody's attention span is low and whatnot. But you got to break them breaks in there or get breaks in it. So I'm like in the new year, I don't find myself playing a game again. You know what I mean? Like, and I, you know, shout out to the wife. I got a PlayStation 5 now, bro. Man. Listen, man. She the real MVP for real. Because I showed up wasn't expecting that.
That's love.
But shit, that's why the ring on, brother. You know what I mean?
I look forward to getting there, bro.
Hey, man, take your time, brother. Take your time. Because that's building. It's shout out to God. Think of marriage as another business. You know what I mean? Like and you can get very creative in that business too, because it's your business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So the longer you take to build and foster, like this is what I want to do in it, better results you get.
Nice. So with that, because I always see you speak. When I see you, I see your wife.
Yeah.
We go fellowship together at Caesar Greatness. Shout out to Caesar Greatness in Delaware.
Yeah.
But you being a entrepreneur, were you an entrepreneur before you got married?
No.
Okay. So, because my question was going to be, when looking for an ideal wife or choosing your ideal wife, what were some of the qualities that you look for? Because an entrepreneur, I always think like, if you're an entrepreneur and you have a certain lifestyle, does that play a part in how you date or how you go about your outlook of marriage or how you look for a partner?
Yeah, I think so. Because if you think about it, like when we started dating, obviously we was in college, but as we transitioned to adulthood and you got your dream jobs or you got your focal points, it's like, it's making it known. I think communication is the biggest thing. If you don't make it known, like, yo, this is the type of person I am, this is my pursuits, this is what I'm looking to do. It might take me here, it might take me there, but this is what I want to do. Is that something you can get with?
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you keep the communication open, then that allows that person to be like, I ain't comfortable right now. All right, good. You brought that up. Now what we want to do about it, because you got to be solution oriented. So
and problem solving too.
Oh yeah,
that's one thing I feel like in my in relationship. My relationship is like problem solving. Like you have to be in this, even relationship, friendship. I don't want to be around anybody that doesn't know how to problem solve.
Oh yeah,
because if you can't, like, I'm a forward thinker, and I hate being around people who are just complacent. They just mundane. Like everything is just okay, cool. You have no goals.
Yeah, I'm saying you just here, like
just existing. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I feel like my parents and my ancestors didn't put me. And I'm gonna even put that on you.
Absolutely.
We weren't put here to exist. And there's nothing wrong, and I don't want to shade anybody.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to shade anyone because I had a conversation with my sister recently, and I realized that everybody doesn't have that go-getter spirit.
True.
Even you may want that. Like even for your friends, you might have friends who y'all connect, y'all bond over something. It might be time. It might just be relatability, but you guys connect in some way. However, you're also very different.
Yeah.
And like for me, I have a business mindset. I have a few friends in my circle who are entrepreneurs. The way they used to talk to me when I had a 9 to 5, I couldn't understand. It was like they was talking a foreign language. What do you mean trust this? What do you mean trust that? Mm-hmm. But until my level of faith, and then me stepping out, I finally understood. Understood it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Faith plays a heavy part in it, and I think that considering that I met my wife and then transitioned into being an entrepreneur, the dope part about it is she believed I could be an entrepreneur before I did.
Yeah, talk about it.
You know what I mean? So the fact that she was like, do it, because I was educated first, so all the work you put into education, I had a dream. I tell you right now, the goal was to become an administrator in a thriving school district, and then transition into college. From college, I'd be a professor for a few years, and then that's just how I retire out, right?
Yeah.
Crazy part was, great goals. Met all of them. The thing was, I became an administrator, and I was thriving in that, and then I was able to go build in a building, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh yeah, let me show you what we doing over here, because we over here, we shining, you know what I mean? So then I was able to do that, but then I got the opportunity to move into college. So I was a professor for 2 years, but then they saw the leadership potential, so then I became a leader at the college. Got to be a dean for a little while. That's harder than it.
I can imagine.
That joke,
and you being a young African American male as a dean, I'm sure. Oh my goodness.
Challenges.
Yes.
Challenges that I will not speak of.
Yeah.
But it was a great experience. So in my mind, like, leadership clearly has been following me for a while. Gotcha. So if you can get a strong sense of purpose, what you're trying to do. Got the faith behind it, supporters too, because it definitely helps to have supporters. But then also can always fix your mind on, this is what I need to do. I gotta do this.
Yes.
There's what people been putting up lately. Ain't no plan B. This gotta work.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. That's just what you gotta do for business, man, because it's necessary. You know what I mean?
And be all in.
All in.
Because I was in education as well, but I always split the baby. Yeah. Like I'm 1 year, November 25th, hit the 1 year of me being full-time, self-sustainable, not relying on a 9 to 5, fully just engulfed in this craft that we all share.
Yeah.
But when I split the baby, I realized I wasn't going as hard as I could.
Yeah.
And I think it's no shade to myself or anybody, but I think it's just until you're at that level, when you look at yourself, it's like, yo, something got to give. And I need to just fully better myself because we're not getting any younger. And this is something I double down on now, and I tell people, I say, you have to live like tomorrow isn't promised. When you keep living like, oh, I got tomorrow, I got next week. Well, who told you that?
For her.
Who told you that? God can take you right now.
Like,
who said that? And my thing is, you never, not even God, but life situations, you never know what can happen. So when you wait for tomorrow to follow your dreams, you're only prolonging yourself. You're only prolonging it. So it's for real.
Nah, it's very true, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just you just gotta go full throttle, like on everything, especially the business side. And then look at where you came from too. Why? And bringing it back to not archiving. You know what I mean? Always. I think that's also a humbling experience to show, like, oh, I'm further than I thought. You know what I mean? Because I've definitely been in situations where I'll be like, man, I ain't really do too much this time or this go round. Yeah. And then I'll look and be like the joint I put up on my Instagram a couple months ago, where I was transferring over my drive, my editing drive, and then I realized it was transferring terabytes, and it wasn't like video files, photos. It was just stuff that I've done, like backing up of libraries. I'm like, dang, I'm really doing that much work. That's what's up.
Yo, I've been seeing y'all post your SD cards and memory cards. Boy. Eight Jones just lined up. And I'm like, yo, the amount of work I see y'all putting in.
Hey, man.
Like, 2026 is going to be amazing.
Listen, brother, like, just my plans alone. Yeah. Because I know my plans, but also And I think we're gonna close after this one because boy.
Yeah.
Also, the people around me have to have a plan as well. Because if you don't, I can't be around you. Because I got, like I told the squad, my go-to guys. Everybody got to pick a quarter. Pick a quarter. This is your quarter. We're behind you on that quarter. Whatever project you try to do, we're snapping for you on that one.
That's heavy.
And everybody's representing you. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, listen, because it's teamwork make the dream work, brother. Teamwork make the dream work.
When you get a good team, I promise you, it'll just take you farther in life.
Yeah.
What's the quote? They say you go farther.
They said if you want to go somewhere fast, go alone. If you want to go farther, go with a team or something like that. Yeah. Y'all know what we talking about, but you know what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I learned that. I feel like I learned that the hard way, but that's a whole nother episode, man. Like, teaming up is just, listen, man.
That's
collaboration over competition, brother.
Make sure y'all watch the next episode.
Absolutely.
Candid Conversation. I'm the Dapper Shooter.
Don't Judge Me Productions.
Peace.